What's good, everybody? RJ Sean here, back with another episode of Off the Top Show, Spartan Dog Edition. As you see on the screen here, I got my good brother, Tony Lippett, a.k.a. Lip. What's happening, my good brother?
You heard? What's happening?
And you already know what we're doing here. We're going to talk about the state of Michigan, professional sports-wise. If you've been here and seen what we've been doing, you already know how it goes. But if you are new, we talk about the Detroit Pistons. We talk about the Detroit Lions. We talk about the Detroit Tigers. We talk about Spartan football. And then we have a speak on it where we go ahead and talk about sports outside of Michigan. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. Pistons. We all watched the, draft picking for teams this year in the 2025 NBA draft. The Pistons, as what I'm reading, I could be wrong, they do not have a first round. I think they just only have a second round pick, which is a 30th pick. That was acquired by the Toronto Raptors via the Dallas Mavericks and Spurs. So basically, they don't have a first round. That pick is owned by the Minnesota Timberwolves. We've said all along, and I think we can definitely give a refresher just to the people that are listening today. You know, we've talked about that, this Devin Booker situation might be something that might be the next move that go ahead and go. Giannis. There's a whole bunch of names that are going to be coming out to figure out that someone can play next to Cade Cunningham. Kind of just give a refresher on where you think the way now that this team should go, kind of that you previously said that obviously Desmond Bane, all those other guys, are you still that way? Or kind of where do you think this could go for the Pistons in this offseason?
No, I feel like it's. I feel like they definitely have to acquire somebody. Either like I say, either a big time scorer or a 20-point 3-and-D type of player. Not really so much 3-and-D. I'll probably say two-way. A
Mm-hmm.
two-way guy. I think if they could get if they could somehow acquire, if they couldn't acquire, let's say they couldn't acquire Devin Booker, he don't want to go there. He want to go somewhere else. Let's say they couldn't acquire Desmond Bane or Jaren Jackson or something like that. I think another pick that they can acquire could probably be like a Kaminga. You feel me? A slasher, a two-way guy that has potential that I feel like he'd fit in well with those younger guys. He can come there and be able to just score and slash and do the things that he do. And I think he'd fit right into the culture, especially with like a younger team and a coach that will be able to find a way. First off, a coach that likes playing him. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, he's not even playing with Golden State like that, but now he's in since Steph Curry out scoring 20 and 30 points and shit like that off the bench. That I'm gonna get into that whole sequence later on in the
Yeah.
show. But with the draft, as far as the draft, they can find somebody that find like a stretch four or a two-way guy. Like I said, that fits the Detroit culture and that fits, Cade Cunningham and the guys that they plan on moving forward with. I feel like that'd be good. I don't know who is going to be in the second round. You said 37th or 32nd pick. I don't know who that's going to be, but shit. This is a big offseason for them because this is an offseason where you want to see if they can take that next step. I kind of look at it as, remember when Jalen Brunson at first went to the Knicks,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that they brought on an OG Anunoby. They brought on him like midway through the season that next year. And then they bring on Cat. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they kept adding reinforcements to this team, even though they was like solid. They had a solid starting lineup. But sometimes you gotta shake shit up and add more depth, add more talent to the squad. And I think that's the step the Pistons need to take. So excited to see what they got, man. Let's see what y'all got, man, because the East gonna be wide open, especially with Tatum going down and him probably not playing all the next season. Like, the window just opened up even more. So what y'all gonna do? It's time to capitalize right now. So I'm excited to see this off season what they got.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and move on over to the Detroit Tigers. They went ahead and beat the Boston Red Sox 14-2. They're playing extremely hot right now. They got two more games. After this one, they play today at 5:40 p.m. and then they go ahead and play tomorrow at 5:40 p.m. and those are both in Detroit. Speaking of obviously the NBA of what we talked about draft-wise, how ironic was it that the Dallas Mavericks were the first round pick in this year's draft? You want to talk about the higher ups taking care of what needs to be taken care of so a franchise doesn't crash or a franchise isn't in a situation where they're pointing the finger and not the thumb. Talk to me about this whole process when you first saw it, because I know what you felt, but the people need to know how this world works when it comes to stuff like this. Because I was rolling. I'm like, this is no surprise that this happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, man. $1 billion businesses, man, ain't no mistakes in that business. You feel what I'm saying? Like they ain't just winging it and chancing it. They ain't just, hey, we hope Victor goes to the Spurs. We hope the Spurs get the #1 pick. No, it ain't like that. Like the Spurs could have been good, and he still was gonna go to the Spurs. Just like Magic Johnson going to the Lakers. The Lakers had a whole All-Star lineup before he got there, and he just somehow happened to get drafted to the Lakers, huh? Like it's just what it is, man. Just pieces, man. Everybody just pieces, man. You know, they playing chess. You know, they making moves 3-4 years in advance, and hopefully, with all the news that passed by, you don't even notice that they did this 3 years ago. They've been setting this up for 5 years, just like the Super Bowl destinations. Oh, we're gonna play here in 2030. It's 2024. Like, well, why are we already planning where we gonna play at in 2030? That's just how it is, man. That's how history is created. It's literally created. But yeah, man, whoop-de-doo. I mean, Brian said it on the Pat McAfee show, man. Like, what are the odds that he goes to Akron? You feel me? Like, I mean, he goes to Cleveland and plays for Cleveland as the #1 draft pick. What is the odds of, Derrick Rose going to Chicago? Like,
Right.
these things, they all happen for a reason, We know what that reason is, They up there moving the pieces where they want to move. You playing a game. I remember I used to play 2K or Madden. Let's just say I'm playing Madden in 2004.
Yeah.
And I'm playing franchise mode. And I'm playing with the Lions. I like the Lions. I'm playing with the Lions, right? But I want Randy Moss on my team. And I want to trade a 7th round pick for Randy Moss, I can just go to the settings and overrule all the trades. I can go to the settings and make it able to where I can overrule all the trades. So I can give you a 7th round pick for primetime Randy Moss. And then I can trade for Brian Dawkins too. And then I can get Peyton Manning as my quarterback as well. All for 5th of 7th round pick and another 7th round pick from 3 years later down in the draft 3 years later. I can do what I want. And, that's what they're showing you. They can do what they want. So, hey, Cooper Flag to Dallas. Whoop-de-doo. Man, it ain't shocking me. Is it shock you?
No, it don't shock me at all. I like Bradley though over Cooper, and I've been saying that since they've been in high school.
Ace Bailey.
Yeah, Ace Bailey. I like him over Cooper Flag. That's just my own thought on that.
They gonna take Cooper Flag.
Yeah, they for sure gonna take Cooper Flag.
Where is he from? Is Cooper Flag from Texas? Let me see
where he's from.
Oh, he from Maine, Newport.
Newport.
Yeah, they wasn't about to send him to Charlotte though. They gonna send Lonzo. They gonna send LaMelo Ball. They gonna send LaMelo Ball right on over there. Hey, go over there and see what you can. We gonna get this dude the best. We gonna put him in the best position he can be in. He walking into a team that preferably gonna have Anthony Davis. If Anthony Davis on the side to leave, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Lively, like he walking into a really good situation. Especially when the two teams that had the worst records all year this year was Utah and Washington. They didn't even get top 3.
Which is
they
nuts.
are the 4th and the 5th picks. They didn't even get top 3, bro. So, hey, man. You know what it is. You know what it is.
No, you're knowing. But then let's move. Obviously that they went ahead and there was a couple of NBA playoff games that have been played. We're going to back up a little bit, though, to the weekend, this past weekend. Cavs went ahead and got absolutely spanked by the Pacers, 129-109. I mean, you want to talk about the Pacers coming out and handling business immediately within the first, 2 quarters? They were up by 40. I mean, I've never seen that ever in an NBA game, let alone a playoff game. Like, this Pacers team just has – what was it?
Especially coming off a game, especially coming off losing the first 2 games at home, as the Cavs did, and then winning game 3. Like, you would think it's supposed to turn over, and they supposed to win game 4, especially going there and winning game 3. But go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, they just got guys that knock shots down. Like, Siakam was 90% from the field. We don't really highlight him a lot. He's a ball player, bro. He makes the right plays at the right times. He knows his game, and he's very efficient, bro. And that's just everyone on this team. Naismith, Nembhard, Turner, Halliburton. I mean, Ben Shepherd coming off the bench, giving you 14. Toppin coming up, giving you 20. Like, it's just there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys over double digits. And couldn't miss. It ain't looking good for the Cavs, my good brother. Talk to me about this game. Their series as a whole, to be honest.
Yeah, man, this series is it's really bad. I mean, I was never like, I didn't think too highly of the Cavs anyway. I thought they was I'm not even gonna say a top heavy team, because I think Donovan Mitchell is really good, but the rest of them guys on that team are not proven players in the NBA. I mean, let me not say that. They are proven players, but they ain't proven in the playoffs. Like, Evan Mobley won Defensive Player of the Year. Bro, I must don't know what I'm watching. Like, I don't want to. I'm obviously I don't look at him as a lockdown defender. Like, oh, what, he blocking shots? Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, did he lead the league in blocks or steals, or when he guarded somebody, like, did he play really well? And maybe I just don't like how they try to give like top awards just because you a top seeded team. Like, even last year when Boston was the 1 seed and they was by far one of the best teams in the NBA, they was saying Derek White should be an all-star. And I'm like, bro, he's the fucking 5th or 6th guy on this team. He should not be an all-star. Like, it's just stupid stuff. Like, y'all gave Defensive Player of the Year to Evan Mobley just because they was the 1 seed. Look at their defense now. Like, they giving up 180 points. They down by 40 points at halftime. They have given up. Come on, bro. Like, they've given up game after game, points after points after points. Let me make sure this right here. They've given up 121, 120, 104, and 129. So they literally gave it up 120 points every game, even at home. And then Darius Garland coming back from the foot injury. He's not proven. Like, he's cool, but he ain't great. You feel me? I think his skill set he's a skilled player, but do he got that? Like, I want to go and get it. Like, I want to do this shit. I don't think he have that. I don't think a lot of these players in the NBA have that. Like, they lacking on the grit, the passion for the game, like the deep down passion for the game. A lot of these guys don't have that shit. The Pacers just look like they just a better team. And like you said, they deep. Like, no guys on this team. I don't think if I go back and look at the 10 games they played in the playoffs so far, I bet no player on their team has played over 40 minutes in one game. Like, they always playing like 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Like, the other night, Halliburton played like 29 minutes, 25 minutes. And then the players on the bench, it's like 4 of them guys that be playing 20 minutes, 18 minutes, 25 minutes. Like, this team is very, very balanced. So they coming with a different energy every time. And that's shout out to Rick Carlisle, because he's a great coach. And Rick Carlisle always kind of been a really good coach. And he's getting the best out of these guys, but they also fresh. You feel me? Like, they also know how they want to play. They running up and down the court. Everybody touching the basketball. Everybody feel involved. Like, Toppin coming off the bench scoring 20 points. They just a deep team right now. And they just they not like hella talented deep, but they are a deep team that I feel like they dictate the pace of every game they come into and play, even if they're missing shots. And they kind of play the same way no matter who they playing against. So they're in a really, really good position. I think they close it out tonight. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell got hurt or something like that. He's questionable to play tonight. Even if he does play tonight, I still think it's over. I think it's over tonight. I think the Pacers advance to the next round, and we're gonna see an Eastern Conference showdown. You know, depending on how this all goes. But I got the Pacers, man. I got the Pacers closing it out tonight. Cavs just got some work to do. Being the 1 seed, they ain't gonna cut it, bro. They kind of overrated, and what they doing, they gonna cut it on the court. So I'm excited to see what they got done.
No, I'm right with you on that. Let's go ahead and move on over. Obviously, the OKC versus the Nuggets. That was a huge win for the Thunder. We kind of saw SGA go ahead and take over in that fourth quarter. If I'm correct or incorrect, I know he had like 9 points in that fourth quarter, kind of closing it out, seeing him getting that, mode of where we talked about earlier, previous podcasts, that your big-time players need to go ahead and step up and take care of fourth quarters, be present. Jokic, man, like, what's going on with him, man? Not shooting at a high percentage. We're seeing a lot of flopping, in my opinion. We're seeing a lot of looking at the refs wanting calls and kind of, instead of playing the game. Talk to me about this, because this is something that I haven't seen from this guy in a long time. I've always seen him where he's just playing, he's making shots, this and that. Maybe it might have been an off night, but, I mean, he's done this a couple of games now. Talk to me about it.
I would say, Joker is in the NBA, bro. You really only as good as the players around you as far as winning the championship. Now, you can be all NBA and be a great player and triple doubles and MVPs, but if the players around you are not performing, then you kind of in trouble. And I'm not even gonna say they all the way not performing, because Jamal Murray, he's all right. He has his fourth quarters where he come in, but he'll have fucking 6 points through 3 quarters and then have an 11-point fourth quarter, and he'll kind of show up late sometimes. Aaron Gordon has had a pretty good playoff series, but when you playing these guys 40 minutes a night, bro, all of their starters are playing 40 minutes a night every night, bro. Like, all of their starters. Like, every single one of them. Like, this game right here, the last game, 3 starters played 40 minutes, and then they only played Russell Westbrook really off the bench. He played 27 minutes, and this guy only played 9 minutes. And I'm sure he didn't see the court in the second half. So you putting a lot on your starters, and that's wearing them down. Like, they are getting wore down. But I ain't making no excuses for Joker. Having him going 7 for 8. Let me go back to that. Him going 7 for 8. I mean, not 7 for 8. 7 for 22. 7 for 22. And these are just his last games. So the last 3 games, he had 17 points, 20 points, and 27 points. He's literally 6 assists, and how many assists he had in the last game? 3 assists. We know Joker for throwing dimes. You know what I'm saying? Dimes all over the court. We know Joker for coming through and scoring when he need to score and being unstoppable in that paint and getting rebounds and this. Bro, he had 8 rebounds, 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. That's role player shit. Like, that's cool, but that's role player shit. He's, like you said, he's flopping all around the court. Great player, but you can see that he's frustrated and he's trying to use the game to his, like, he's trying to use these things to help him, foul other people, get them other players in foul trouble, frustrate them. He's you can tell, like, him on the sideline,
Right.
yelling and screaming, like he's out of body right now. But that's and you can tell that it's it's things going on in that locker room, and they playing well, but This last game, bro, to score 8 points in the first quarter, bro, they had 8 points in 12 minutes, bro. Then came all the way back in the second half to where they went into the fourth quarter up by 6. They went into the fourth quarter up by 6 at home and lost the game. Lost the game. Like you said, SGA had 9 points in the fourth quarter, but other guys was able to show up in that fourth quarter as well. Like I seen Wallace, he hit a couple 3-pointers off the bench. Wiggins off the bench hit a couple shots off the bench. Like your starters didn't really give you no points like that. Dort, 6 points. Chet Holmgren, Aki. I remember Perkins kept telling me he's baby Kevin Garnett. He ain't fucking Kevin Garnett at all. He more like a Luis Scola or some shit. Like he ain't none of these guys that's balling. Like you can't just throw him in the fucking Kevin Garnett category. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Kendrick Perkins, chill the fuck out, bro.
Please. That is pushing it, saying Kevin Garnett. Jesus.
Yeah, bro. Crazy. He Channing Frye. Nothing against Channing Frye, but he's in that area. And he ain't even scoring no points. Like, come on, bro. No. Jalen Williams, he only had 10 points. For me, he had 32 last game and then come back to have 10 points this game. This was a low-scoring game, and it looked like the Nuggets had momentum, but they couldn't close the fourth quarter out, bro. And you got Joker on your team, and he couldn't close the fourth quarter. You feel what I'm saying? Like, let me see what he had in the fourth quarter. He had 5 points in the fourth quarter. 5. No assists. He was a -6 and 3 rebounds in 9 minutes. That ain't good, bro. That ain't MVP-ish. But people not going to do that to him because he played for Denver. People not going to do that to him. They only going to point out when you do shit well. Like, that's why I don't put nobody in the category of LeBron, bro. Just like Steph Curry. He can have a 3-point game. Motherfuckers ain't saying nothing. They ain't saying nothing. He can lose games back-to-back. He can do it. When they lose, ain't nobody bringing up Steph Curry. Ain't nobody bringing up Kawhi Leonard. We ain't heard Kawhi Leonard's name since they lost. And even when they lost in the game 7, we still ain't heard it. Like, they wasn't going at him like that. They can just do what they want to do, bro. They can just skate. Brian has literally been an umbrella to the whole NBA since he came to the NBA. He been taking the bullets head on the whole NBA since he came to the league. But that's a whole nother topic of discussion. We got Game 5 coming up, man. Game 5 is 2-2. SGA proved that, he proved something in that game. I said, like, this is kind of like the biggest game of his career up to this point. And even this is going to be another big game of your career because now it just goes on and goes on like that because That's how you make a name for yourself because the games are bigger now. Like, now it's the best of 3. And you got 2 home games. It's the best of 3, 2 out of 3, rock, paper, scissors, and you got 2 home games. What you going to do with that? What you going to do? You the best team in the NBA, right? Y'all the best team. Y'all ain't lost 2 games in a row since 2023. What y'all going to do? What are y'all going to do? And we going to see what they going to do. So I'm watching the game tonight. It's Game 5. I'm watching it. I'm tuned in to see what we got going on. But yeah, man, we shit, get your popcorn ready. It's going to be a good one tonight.
Absolutely. I want to go ahead and piggyback on the whole, we have these guys that we love to compare LeBron to. I really just see it as a whole, just like how, like, you look at the stats, right? You just read off, like, SGA 25, 6 and 6. Anthony Edwards had 31, something. Jokic had blase. Bro, LeBron was like 30, 10, and 10 every time he stepped on the floor in a playoff game. Like, that he was going to go ahead and do his part in each quarter. And it's just crazy to me that we still don't give him his flowers. We say we do, but we don't. And we try to go ahead and make it not obvious that he's still the best player in the NBA. It's just crazy to me because none of these players are on his level. And it's wild to see that people want to not accept that. But that's a whole nother topic as well. But I just wanted to throw that out there because it's just wild. Like, it's just wild. It's just wild to see. Like, if you really go ahead and you go in his career and you look at what he averaged, not only in the regular season but in the postseason, He was doing it. He's still doing it now. Like, he's still averaging whoever he goes up against, guys that he's played in this year's league, granted playoffs or whatever. Bro, you're not doing what LeBron's doing, bro. You don't have that factor of like, oh, shit, like, man, we playing LeBron. Like, we know that he's going to drop at least 30. Like, motherfuckers can't even drop consistent 30 balls, and you're supposed to be the top player in the NBA? Like, you're supposed to be the MVP, and you can't drop 30 balls every night?
And SGA, like SGA led the league in scoring this year. I need like with like 30, 33 points. I need to see 40 a night. Like, you need to be able to go out there and get your buckets. Go out there and get your buckets and more. Because your team gonna need you to do more. Because all of those other guys out there, like you said, I guess Chet, Lou Dort, and Holmgren and Hartenstein, like they combined them for like 15 points total. So it's like, yeah, ain't nobody rocking LeBron, bro. But speaking of LeBron, like we'll probably get into it a whole nother topic, a whole nother day. I'm sitting here looking at the NBA, yeah, like I'm just looking at the NBA now, and I'm like, man, I think we can officially say like we are past the LeBron, like Steph and Kevin Durant, like it goes through me era. I think
Absolutely.
this was last year because injuries gonna always come into the picture now because these guys are older. They're not carrying the game. Like we watch Ant. I watched Ant carry the game for 4 quarters. Like he is in
Yeah.
attack mode for 4 quarters. And
Yes.
that shit don't look nothing like LeBron James and when Steph and when Kevin Durant was doing it. But
Right.
they young right now and they doing it and it's their time. SGA, you can throw, Joker in there. You can throw Brunson in there. I'm just talking about guys that's performing in the playoffs. Obviously, you can put Luka in there, but Luka gotta tighten up. Giannis ain't really made it past a certain round yet. He has to. He's still in that phase too, but he has to get. We got to see what he's gonna do this offseason. But I think we are officially like past. It goes through LeBron first, and a couple notches down, Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. I think we passed that era. Like it won't go through them no more. It's like they might get one, but it ain't gonna go through them. Like they have to like go through other motherfuckers now because other teams are younger, they're
Right.
faster, they can play in back to back big games, and like you know what I'm saying, like they can do that. They body is it enables them to do that. Like
Right.
and they ain't getting tired. And even if they do get tired, they probably gonna get tired for one game, not 2 or 3, or they ain't doing that no more. Like they can hold on to a series. So that's my little hot take right there. I think we are officially past the NBA goes through LeBron, Steph, and Kevin Durant era. Not saying they not great players and they not all NBA players. They will continue to be that. But the NBA Finals will not go through LeBron James, Steph Curry, or Kevin Durant no more. I think that is over with now. But it's a tough time, man. Tough time, man. But it is what it is, man. You gotta pass the baton to somebody else.
No, that's real. I definitely agree with you on that. But obviously, you mentioned Anthony Edwards in the Wolves. They went and won that 117 to 110. I mean, Anthony Edwards was unreal in the third quarter. I mean, you talk about a guy that basically took over, like you said, each quarter. I mean, granted, they were up. I don't even know what it was in the third quarter where he had dropped 16, 75% from the field. I mean, the things that he was doing. One that just vividly stands out. He basically top of the key of the three, dribbles in between two guys, Euro steps, and then floats it with the left hand and one. I'm like, bro, what's going on? That right there was crazy. And then to go ahead and heat check next time down, I think he went ahead, got lost, pumped it, shot it. No, that was when he broke them up. But it was one where he came down and he just pulled, and I'm like, bro, this is what I like to see. Like, if
Yeah.
he can continuously stay this consistent, like, even though that they were up in his fourth quarter wasn't as good, but, they basically got the dub, like, that's the next step of, like, where you're on one. like where he evolves into being that guy that you have to go through Anthony Edwards in the Timberwolves. Because he was put on the clinic last night. And then there was another one as well, pump fake. He was in the corner, sidestep, let it go, cash. I'm like, man, this is what I like to see. This is like, if I see this from him every night in the like just playoffs, but he's again, like you said, he's starting to learn, he's still starting to figure it out. I mean, the man is what, not even 24?
Yeah, I think he's 23.
Like, we're going to see him to where he's already doing crazy shit as it is. He's a freak athlete in the things that he can do off the dribble, shooting, defense. He's a competitor. I just love his game. And that's kind of like my guy that when, LeBron does decide to go ahead and call it, but I don't think he will, but he will at some point. That's going to be like my next guy along Giannis that, those are my two favorite people in NBA to go ahead and watch. But
yeah.
What are you thinking right now? 3-1 for the Timberwolves. They go back to the crib. You think it's over with?
Crack chicken. Wrap it up. Wrap it up then. Wrap it up. It's over with. And I thought, like I said, I thought it was over with even if Steph Curry was playing.
Yeah.
I just thought they were just, like, people walked into the playoffs kind of underrating Minnesota. Like, but I'm looking at them like, bro, they got bodies they can throw at you, and they got scoring, and they got two-way guys, and they got guys that can put the ball on the ground and go to the basket, and they got shooters, and then you got Ant and Julius Randle, and Julius Randle is playing at a very high level right now. He is the X factor for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We already knew he was a bully, but he out there shooting threes. He's out there assisting the ball, doing whatever he want to do. Like, he out there getting to it, and that's something you want to see if especially if you Anthony Edwards, because you like him being our second scorer and not even all the time being our second scorer. Like, he's getting his own shot. Like, bro, since the playoffs started, 27, 22, 25, 23, 18, 24, 24, 31. The only game he scored under 20 was 18 was game 1 versus Golden State. Like, bro, he's controlling the game damn near. Like, if we being real, he's controlling the game. He also, bro, what? The last 3 games, he had 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 11 assists. Then came back the next game, 24, 10, and 12. So he's controlling the game, like passing the ball. And we never really gave Julius Randle props for passing the ball, because in New York, I think that's why they traded that motherfucker, because he didn't pass the ball. But to come over here and to add that component to your game, and just knowing, like, bro, when you get in the post, they're going to try to double team you, and you can hit guys. You tall enough, you feel me? You can get off your shot, one bump, and you creating the separation that you need. You can fade away left, fade away right. You can shoot the three. You can off the dribble. Like, he has a very versatile game. And I know people, like, underrate him and, like, try to overlook Julius Randle, but, bro, I like Julius Randle, bro. I think he a fucking really good player. Like, I put him in the same category as, like, LA Clippers Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
Remember when Blake Griffin started to keep adding to his bag and he started to get a 3-point shot? He wasn't just dunker Blake Griffin no more. He became assist, post game, mid range, can bring the ball down the court. That is what Julius Randle has, graduated to. He's in that family of, like, just multi-talented motherfucking NBA players, and he's a scorer. Like, that's his game. I love what I'm seeing from Minnesota, man. Nas Reed, DiVincenzo, Walker, even Mike Conley being a vet, over there. Even Rudy Gobert, like, people might not like him or whatever, but he gonna bring what he gonna bring for that team, because he will funnel everything back to the perimeter. And they already got a bunch of great perimeter defenders. Like, everybody on their perimeter is damn near good defending. And your best player being a two-way guy always spills energy into the other team. Because if I'm giving it to you down here and I'm giving it to you down there, that shit gonna spread through the whole team, bro. You can look me in my eye and know, like, I'm on that, and it's gonna spread through you. So we all gonna be on that. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from Ant, bro. Like, I'm loving what I'm seeing, his game, his aggressiveness, how he's controlling the game, how he's getting to any shot he want to get to. He's fighting through all of the swipes and this, and they got defenders. Like we know the Golden State Warriors to be defensive team. Draymond, defensive player of the year. He gonna be all defense NBA again this year. I'm sure he got that over fucking 5-6 times. He, a lot of people saying that he's the best defender they've ever seen. And, that's up for debate. But like I said, he will go down as one of the best defenders in the NBA history. Then you got Jimmy Butler, you got Pozinski, you feel me? So you have these guys that you can throw at Gary Payton, and they just can't stop him, bro. Like, he controlling the game. And obviously you got Steph Curry out. I don't think he's coming back. It's over with. Like, it's over. They have too many bodies they can throw at him. You got a young stud superstar that can get his shot. It ain't about the X's and O's in the playoffs. It's about athletic ability. Can you get your own shot? Can you break down defenses whenever you need to? And Ant can break down defenses whenever he need to. He led the league in this year in NBA in 3-pointers made. Did you know that?
Yeah.
He led the league in 3-pointers made this year. But last year they was leaving him open kinda. Like they was like, man, he can't shoot. He went to this offseason and became a better all-around player. His mid-range already nice, and we ain't even gonna talk about him attacking the basket. Like, he done dunked on about 5 motherfuckers just this series. You feel me? Like, we done already seen him do that. And left hand, right hand. I like watching playoff Ant. And I want to see that consistency. And I want to see him continue to grow. They need to close this out tomorrow. Like I said, this need to be over in 5. You going back to Minnesota. Ain't no way you lose a game 5 on your own court after you just did what you did to this team on their own court for 2 games in a row. Them boys is in distraught right now. Them Warriors, I know man. Steph Curry cover up so much, don't he? That team is a fucking lottery team if it wasn't for Steph Curry. And we already seen it. Remember, Steph Curry had missed like a season, or he was like a few years ago before they won the championship in 2022. They didn't make the playoffs for like 3 years in a row. Yeah. After Kevin Durant left, they didn't make the playoffs. So, but yeah, it's over, man. I love what I'm seeing from Minnesota. And this Western Conference Finals, depending on if the Thunder win, I would love to see Thunder versus the Wolves. I'm going to watch that. Like, I'm going to watch it because I want to see them 2 youngsters go up against each other. And they was kind of going back and forth with each other earlier this year, too. I think they had like a back-to-back game. Some team they be having like in the regular season, you play this team back-to-back.
Yeah.
They had like a couple sequences of that. And one game, OKC won. I think the next game, Minnesota ended up coming back in the fourth quarter and winning that game on their own on a Thunder court, and it became like, this shit might be something. So I would like to see that matchup for sure. I don't really want to see Denver because I think Denver is cooked. I don't really want to see them. I would like to see Thunder, obviously the 1 seed that's supposed to be the best team in NBA. I would like to see them versus Minnesota. And we'll get to that when we get to that. But Ant, man. Ant, Jalen Brunson, I think them been the 2 best players in the NBA playoffs this whole year. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Ant and Jalen Brunson has been 1A and 1B in the NBA playoffs this year. What they doing with putting their teams on their back and showing up every night and showing up big, and they getting better as the game go on. First quarter, they might be on chill, but that second half, third quarter, fourth quarter, fucking domination. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from them boys. Shout out to Ant, man. Continue to get better. Continue to take over the lead, my boy.
Absolutely. And let's go on over to the Knicks. As you already mentioned, Brunson doing his thing. Boston Celtics had lost that one 113-121. We all know that Jason Tatum went down. If you want my honest opinion, which is sick, I definitely think he tore his Achilles. Just going through the motion of me doing it, and you know how that goes. And you see the videos, like it's not good. And you hate to see that for anyone, especially him playing. He was playing. I mean, he ended with 42 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists, and he was going stupid, like putting on a clinic. We were seeing between the leg sidestep 3 that he always hits consistently, though. Like he was getting to the rack, dunking, and it's a part of the game. It sucks. I hope he gets well. But besides that, man, these Knicks, man, and you've already said that man Jalen Brunson, bro, is a different breed, bro. And the thing is with this team is that they have role players that play above and beyond. Bridges playing well, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. OG, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Karl-Anthony Towns. We're harping on here that if he plays well, this team always has an opportunity to win the game. He had 23 and 11. You got Robinson coming off the bench, creating havoc on defense. This is a tough Knicks team that are peaking at the right time. And I think that this team is going to go ahead and get themselves in the Eastern Conference Finals. Even if Tatum was still there. Even if Tatum didn't get hurt. This Knicks team is tough, man. Talk to me about them. I know you briefly did, but let the people know.
I like the Knicks, man. I like the grit. Like I said, I like the grit, the grind. I like how they play basketball. I like how they try to go through you. It's like playing a team that it's like playing the Ravens. You feel me? Like you know they're gonna run the ball. Like you know they're gonna run the ball, and if you ain't ready for that, boy, it's gonna be a long day. That's just the type of grit, the type of attitude that they play with. And they also have talent. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, a few years ago they didn't have that much talent, but now you got a guy like Cat that you can't leave Cat open. Like you still have to respect Cat as one of the best big men in this game. Like even if he off, even if he crying, whatever, at Cat be on some Cat shit, but he's still Cat. He still can stretch the floor. He still can put the ball on the ground and play. He still can play defense from time to time. Obviously, he's gonna foul you by 5. He probably foul out for sure. He gonna do that. He gonna foul some motherfucker. That's what he gonna do. But he gonna score that ball. You gonna have to respect his game. He don't need the ball in his hand to create a shot. Like he don't need to get the ball in the post and do this, hold the ball for 5-6 seconds to do that. He quick with his shit. So that helps Brunson as well because Brunson is able to dribble, and do what he do to create for his team. But like you said, they got 4 starters over 20 points. OG Anunoby went out with a hamstring. Like remember he went out with a hamstring. Like I think it was the first half.
Yeah.
And then he came back. And that's a good sign. Like that might have sparked the whole team. Like, oh, he back? Oh, we own this year. You feel me? And then they was down by 11 at halftime. And this lead ended up getting to a lead of like 15 in the second half. But that third quarter was nasty. They end up outscoring them by 14 points in that third quarter. So they go into the fourth quarter up by 3. And then you feel me? They win the fourth quarter by 5. So Brunson takes over the third quarter again. He takes over the fourth quarter. Guys are making shots. OG Anunoby. They're just coming to help Brunson, bro. Like, he has help. And they look good. They look physical. Creating shots, stealing the ball, making timely plays, timely stops, timely shots. They just look good, man. Even with Tatum in the game at the end of the game, like on the play he got hurt, it was a steal. Like that was going to take them up by 9 points with under 3 minutes left. Praying for Dawg for a speedy recovery. Man, sometimes that shit just happen, bro. Like your Achilles can just pop without no pain. You know what I'm saying? Like you probably have no Achilles pain at all. You might have had like a sore back or a hip or it ain't even always like you got to have like a calf problems and nothing like that. Like sometimes, bro, that shit just happens. And I'm not saying that he didn't have these, a back problem or this or that. But like you gotta understand, like these motherfuckers are freaks of nature. Like he's 6'10". You having to carry that around your whole life, playing basketball at the highest level, cutting this way, jumping that way, up and down, jump, up and down, this and that. And sometimes, your body just have this 12-month headache. You feel what I'm saying? Like sometimes your shit just be like, all right, bro, you gotta sit down. So he's a young guy. He's 27. I'm praying for his recovery for sure, because obviously both of us have been through that shit, and that shit can get dark for sure.
Yeah.
praying for dog. Like I said, like I tweeted, man. Take your time, breathe, and then attack that shit the best way you can. Cause it's gonna make you sit down. Oh, you sitting down. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
you
over.
not
You
doing.
ain't running for about 5 months. You about to sit your ass down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sitting down for sure. So but to add on to that, this gonna give Jaylen Brown a chance to show that you can be what people think you are. Like this is a chance to see if you can go in and be Batman and be Superman and not being Robin no more, not being one of the Avengers. Like you are the Avenger. Like let's see, because obviously Tatum is gone. But do you think this team has a chance to still win this series, or let's just say this game at home? They have the deepest roster in the NBA, damn near right. So they should be able to, especially with Drew Holiday. First off, Drew Holiday been terrible in this series. 4 points, 6 points, 8 points. That's the last 3 games. That is fucking terrible. He's slowing down. You can tell he's slowing down. Al Horford has not hit no threes. He shot 2 shots yesterday. He ain't made no big time threes in this whole series because them young boys own them. They tiring you out on that side. Now you ain't got your legs for this side. That's what happens when you older. But you got Derek White, Pritchard, all these guys, they seem to have the deepest roster, right? And you have Jaylen Brown, a superstar. People think he's a superstar, right? Let's see it. You making $300 million a year? That's 60. And I ain't in nobody's pocket. I'm just saying, you making 60. I expect you to be able to be number one guy when we need you to be the number one guy. So this is a big shot for him to see what he can do. Obviously, he's going through his injury as well, but you're on the court. Everybody hurt right now. Brunson hurt. Nigga, he get his ankle stepped on every fucking game. He hurt too. He's 6'1". So this is a shot for him to see if he can, become one of those guys, or if he's just gonna be a 2 for the rest of his career. So, but I like the Knicks in this game. I just think it kind of sucked the air out of the team, and the Knicks have won on the road the first 2 games on the road this year anyway, with Tatum on the court. So without Tatum, that's probably 30, and he be having like 5 or 6 a game. So that's 40 points total that's gone now. Who's gonna make up for that? Because there's going to be chances for everybody to make up for that. So we're excited to see how they respond, man. It's the NBA. So we shall see. Game time. I got the Knicks, though.
I'm just going to be a spectator just like he was when he was watching Bronny. And we all know what he said when he had mumble. We're going to see if he's about it or not. Because like you said, you should be able to drop 48. You should be able to drop 42, 8, and 4.
At least one game. You should. 2 games ago, he was saying he the best attacker of the basket at the rim. 2 games ago, he was in press conference talking about, man, I think I'm the best, player that attacked the rim in the whole NBA. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. You won the Finals MVP last year, right? There's a whole speculation on you being the best player on this team. Let's fucking see right now. Let's see. We gonna see. We gonna see how good you is. We gonna see how great you is, because you good. But we gonna see if you can take it to another level when you need to, because you ain't even got time. Y'all play tomorrow. We gonna see. We gonna see. Knicks in 5.
20 points, 19 points, 20 points, 23. That shit's not cutting it, bro. We're going to see what you made out of it. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But I better not see no 20, 19, 18. I better not see you got only 15 points going into the third quarter. I better not. Because then that shows me what I already need to know about you. But anyways, before we go ahead and get done talking about the NBA here, I have a feeling here I already know what you're going to answer wise for these teams that are playing tonight that'll win. But Pacers, Cavs, who you got?
I got the Pacers. No Donovan Mitchell or a hobble Donovan Mitchell, a hobble Evan Mobley, a hobble Darius Garland. I got the Pacers winning tonight.
And then Knicks Thunder.
Nuggets Thunder. Shit, I got the Thunder. They better win. They at home. I got the Thunder winning. SGA coming off a good fourth quarter performance, a game where they held their team under 90 points at home, held the MVP under 90 points. I'm sure the MVP is going to happen. Like I said, remember I was talking about the MVP trophy, that presentation. It's going to happen within the next. It's got to happen within the next few games, right?
It's got to happen now.
It usually happens in the second round. That's what I'm saying. Like, but that might bring another pressure on them as well. So we'll see. I got the Thunder though. They at home. They number one team in the NBA. I got them winning. They better win.
Right with you on that. But let's move on over to the NFL. We're starting to get a little bit close to it. As if you've seen on Twitter and you do follow sports, but if you haven't, there was a couple games that got released. Cowboys versus Eagles, September 4th. Eagles, Commanders. Packers, Bears, December 20th. Bears, Eagles, November 28th. Broncos, Chiefs, December 25th. And then Eagles, Packers, November 10th. Out of those, which one stands out the most to you of ones that you're really interested to see when the season comes?
Obviously, kickoff night, NFL kickoff night, Thursday night, Eagles, Cowboys. Eagles gonna be revealing their banner. Obviously, they definitely want to do that in front of Jerry Jones and his people. You know, they get the same division. They got the rivalry. They definitely want to rub it in their face, you know, for sure. Right. I'm excited to see that because the Eagles kind of have a newer roster. Like, Darius Slay not there. Bradbury's not there. Gardner Johnson's not there. Brandon Graham not there. Nakobe Dean, he was injured last year. He might be there for the start of this season. I don't know. He might not. Fletcher Cox not there. Obviously, he's been gone for a couple years, but he's not there. Then on the offensive end, who's on the offensive end? Well, I think they still got all the offense there. They still got most of the offense there.
Yeah, they got most of the guys there.
Yeah, but when you ain't got your, but now your offense gonna have to play a little bit better because your defense got guys that is missing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you missing a starting corner. Like,
right.
Shit, I think Darius Slay gonna be a Hall of Fame corner. You know, he's been all pro multiple years. Big play Slay. Like, you missing him. Now you gotta start Mitchell and I think his name was Dejan. The cornerback from he caught the pick six in the Super Bowl from Iowa, cornerback from Iowa. But now they out there on their own.
Yeah.
And it's their second year. Now we got film of you. Like, we got film of how you are. And now you got to hold your own. Especially as outside corners. And you got the back end, you know, the safeties. That's going to be a different because you're going to have to insert a different starter in there. So there's some holes in their defense that could be a potential problem this year. So I'm excited to watch that game. Like I said, I got the Cowboys winning that game. Opening night, I got the Cowboys winning. Another game that stands out, obviously we've seen a bunch of them international games that just came out, all the international games. They all came out. I'm not really too much excited about any of those. It's going to be cool, though. But the other game was Chiefs-Broncos was it Christmas? Chiefs-Broncos playing on Christmas. Obviously, Christmas on a Thursday this year, so that's going to be cool. They ain't got to play on Tuesday, but then they'll play on a Wednesday and then play on a Thursday. Because last year they played like three games in like fucking 15 days last year because of the scheduling. But that'll be a big game because I feel like that's gonna be like the division. Like, that game is gonna be like who gonna win a division. Because I think the Chiefs about to take a step back this year, bro. I think the Chiefs gonna take a step back. Hot take. I'm about to do it. Chiefs ain't making the playoffs this year. I gotta see their schedule, but I got the Chiefs to not make the playoffs this year and miss the playoffs for the first time in Patrick Mahomes' career, right? They play.
Out. We said this when we did the recap. I'll never forget of the Super Bowl this past year. The book is out on the Chiefs, bro, and Patrick Mahomes. I'm with you. I don't even think that. I think that they'll have an opportunity to get into the playoffs.
I think they make the playoffs, but they gonna be because I'm looking at their schedule. Like they play the NFC East, so that's the Cowboys, Eagles, Washington, and Giants. And then the other conference they play is the AFC South, and that's the Colts, Houston, Jaguars, and Tennessee. So I think they damn near sweep that division. And I think they at least go 4-2 in their division. So that's 8 wins right there. And then you got Baltimore at home, you got the Lions at home. They might split right there. Then you got the Eagles at home and you got Washington at home. And that might be another split. But they might lose both of those games. Like they might lose 3 of those games. Ravens, Lions, Eagles, Washington, they all play them in Arrowhead. They might lose 3 out of those games, if not all 4 of them. Because, but being real, are they better than any of those teams? Going into the season right now, are they better than the Ravens? Are they better than the Lions? Are they better than the Eagles? Are they better than Washington? Washington is the only team but I see like Jaden if he don't take.
That's the only team. That's the only team that I feel that is
but
right
I think
there.
But Jaden Daniels can spoil shit for people, and they probably played them. They probably played them early in the season.
Yeah.
But they play the Bills on the road. They play the Cowboys on the road. And those are the 2 biggest games that's going to be like on the road besides the Broncos and the Chargers. But they got a chance of not making the playoffs, bro. I just don't think they're as hot right now. I think the team you see in the Super Bowl is going to be the team that you see this year. They're not about to be, we're going to win all of these games at the end of the game like we did last year. That shit not happening no more. It's not happening. The NFL has caught up to them because they haven't added no reinforcements either. Like, They still damn near have the same roster. Like, Xavier Worthy not about to give you 1,500 yards receiving. Rasheem Rice coming off an injury, which I like Rasheem Rice, and he might give you 1,000 yards, but that's cool. Travis Kelce, this might be his last year, and he kind of slowed down a little bit. The running game, what the running game gonna look like? Y'all ain't got no dominant running back there. You got Pacheco, but when it push come to shove, you're going to throw the fucking ball.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna see. So I'm excited about those. I think that game, the Broncos and the Chiefs, that's gonna come down to who gonna win the division. And I like the Broncos this year, man. I think they take a step up, especially with that defense. That defense is gonna be nasty. They added some pieces to that defense. I'm excited to see what the Broncos look like this year. I think that's gonna be a big game on Christmas, though, for sure.
No, I'm right with you. I think the Surtain, and they got that good DN. I forget his name. That went crazy. I think he had like 13 sacks last year as a rookie.
Nick Bonetta, something like that.
He is nasty. I remember watching on Monday night.
They signed the safety from the 49ers too, the dude with the hair, Tafunga.
I think
they signed him, and they signed a linebacker from them, Treadwell. Was it Treadwell? They signed him, and they drafted the Thornton winner from Texas. That's the other corner they drafted. So, whew. Depending on what that offense looked like, and they looked smooth last year, so I'm sure Sean Payton gonna bring more reinforcements and find ways to make that offense click. And he always know how to find guys. Marcus Colston, Jimmy Graham, Ted Ginn. Ted Ginn had his best years in New Orleans. Shout out to Ted. Did I say Marcus Colston already? Colston.
No,
Devery Henderson.
Yeah.
Devery Henderson, 19. He had bro, he just know how to find guys, bro. Like, he know how to get the best out of guys and put them in position to, make plays. So I don't see that stopping. So the Broncos going to be like a sneaker alert to win that division. For sure.
Absolutely.
And it's going to come down on Christmas.
Hey, season's coming up, y'all. Next thing you know, we're going to go ahead and be talking about football for real. Can't wait for that. It's always nice when we go ahead and get football around, especially NFL and college. Well, with that, hope you guys are having a wonderful day, wonderful week, wonderful weekend. If you got any other questions, because you're thinking of something over there.
Nah, who making the NBA Finals?
Who's making the NBA Finals?
Yep.
It's going to be Knicks versus Timberwolves.
Ooh.
And the ratings for that series might boost crazy because of those two teams and how not only New York, Minnesota, especially Minneapolis, like thinking that they're actually like I would say vibrant city or like a city, well-known city.
Yeah.
Then you got New York. Basically, New York's New York, but the teams, like we get to sit there and we get to watch Brunson versus Anthony Edwards. Cat was with the Timberwolves. Julius Randle was with the Knicks. So they're going to go ahead and come in there with a little bit of vengeance. The storyline would be crazy. And I really think that can happen because I think both those teams are the best teams right now in these playoffs. I think that if they do what they need to do, they're deep and they're young. Like they play hard every time they get on the court, bro. Like everybody knows their role, everybody knows what they need to do. That's who I got.
Okay. I got advancing to the finals. I got shit. I got the New York Knicks advancing to the finals versus OKC. I got OKC. I just want to see a 1 seed make it. I want to see a 1 seed make it because y'all motherfuckers been the best team all year, right? Okay, go and prove it.
Right.
Like go and win the games y'all need to win. Like I don't want to hear, oh man, it don't matter. Go and win like y'all supposed to win.
Right.
I think that'd be a classic matchup as well. Playing just New York Knicks in the Garden in the finals. Motherfuckers always love playing in the Garden anyway. Like it could be a random Wednesday in November, and you playing in the Garden, and you love that. It's just that's one of the, obviously all NBA players, all basketball players, they envision themselves always playing in that arena. That's probably one of the top arenas most historical arenas to play in. So just imagine playing in that arena in the finals. That shit would be nice for both teams, for all the players. Legendary. First off, the tickets gonna be 100,000 for courtside. Boy, it's crazy. But I like OKC versus New York to advance to the finals for sure.
No, those are good picks. That just tells you guys, man, that if it goes out the way it goes out, that Timberwolves OKC series is about to be popcorn, sit down, watch. There's gonna be some fireworks, gonna be some great basketball. Because I think realistically that the East, it is what it is, but that lineup, when you just think about it on both squads, OKC and Timberwolves, I mean, shit, even the Pacers versus the Knicks, but that one's gonna be fireworks. We shall see, though.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. It's here. It ain't too far away. We're gonna see what's gonna go down.
Literally leader of the new school, and these are teams with not obviously New York got their brand and they got their aura, but Timberwolves, OKC, Pacers, like this is like the leaders of the new school now. Like this is the new school energy coming into the picture. Like we here, like Ant versus SGA in the Western Conference Finals. That's gonna be nice. Two young guys that top 5, top 8 in the league. Then you got over here in the East, Brunson versus Halliburton and how they gonna be going at it, and Spike Lee back in the day with Reggie Miller doing the choke sign, like all them boys fighting all the time. Man, it's gonna be nasty. I like that. I like the looks of that. But we gonna see, man. By the weekend, we'll know what is what. we'll know what is what by this weekend, preferably by Sunday
Right
for
with
sure.
you.
So
No, right with
let's
you.
get it.
With that, people, you guys have a good one. Let's take us out. I got water here. I guess I had earlier before we started, I'm missing cucumbers, but I'm taking the right steps, man. Talk to the people, man.
Hey man, drink y'all water, man. Take care of yourselves, man, and shit, call y'all shots like the NBA do, man. Go ahead and make the Mavericks #1 pick, man. Shit, do be the kid, be captain of your captain of your fate, master of your soul, all that good stuff, man. But drink y'all water, man. Enjoy y'all day, man. I'm off the top.
Absolutely. Peace
Dig what
out,
I'm
y'all.
saying.
We will see you.
You're